If you're new to this channel, Storytime, I highly suggest you to follow this channel for multiple videos weekly. I also prepared a playlist for a longer and intense spook. So with that being said, let's dive right into the mysterious world of the unknown. There was a girl named Lily who was walking home from school. She had taken this road a million times before, but today something felt off. She felt like she was being watched. As she walked down the familiar street, she suddenly realized that she had taken the wrong turn. She had turned down a street she had never seen before. Lily felt a shiver run down her spine as she looked around. The houses on this street were old and run down, with broken windows and peeling painting. She tried to turn around and go back the way she came, but something was blocking her path. It was a tall figure wearing a dark cloak. Lily turned to run, but the figure was too fast. It grabbed her by the arm and pulled her towards a house at the end of the street. Inside the house, Lily found herself in a dark room with no windows. She tried to scream, but her voice was muffled by the damp, musty air. Suddenly, she heard a voice whispering in her ear. "Welcome to my home, Lily," the voice said. "You'll be staying here for a while." Lily tried to run, but she was trapped. The figure had locked the door from the outside, and there was no escape. Days turned into weeks, and Lily lost track of time. She was hungry, thirsty, and scared. But one day, she noticed something strange. The figure who had captured her seemed to be getting weaker. It was coughing and wheezing, and Lily realized that it was sick. Using all her strength, Lily managed to break free from the prison. She ran outside, feeling the sun on her face for the first time in what felt like forever. As she looked back at the house, she saw the figure collapse on the floor, coughing up blood. Lily didn't know what had happened to the figure, but she knew that she had to run. From that day on, Lily never took the same road home from school again, and every time she heard a cough or saw a dark figure in the corner of her eye, she knew she had narrowly escaped a fate worse than death. There is a game that only a select few have ever played. It's called the Blackout game, and it's said to be the most terrifying experience a person can have. The game is simple. You turn off all lights in your house, and then you try to navigate to a predetermined destination. But there is a catch. Something is lurking in the darkness, and it's out to get you. Legend has it that if you lose the game, you'll never be able to turn on the lights again. You will be trapped in darkness forever, with only the sound of your own screams to keep you company. But there is another, darker side to the legend. They say that if you win the game, something will follow you out of the darkness, something that will haunt you for the rest of your life. One man claims to have played the blackout game and won. He says that when he emerged from the darkness, he felt a cold breeze on the back of his neck. When he turned around, he saw a figure standing in the shadows, its eyes glowing with an outer-worldly light. The man says that he's never been able to shake the feeling that he's being watched, even in the middle of a crowded room. And sometimes, when he wakes up in the middle of the night, he can see the figure standing at the foot of his bed. No one knows where the blackout game came from or who created it. Some say it's just an urban legend, while others claim that it's a ritual passed down through secret societies. But one thing is for sure, if you ever find yourself alone in the dark and you hear a faint whisper calling out to your name, don't forget that this story is true. There was once a man named Samuel who lived alone in a small cottage in the woods. He had always been fascinated by the supernatural, and he spent his days researching and collecting artifacts that he believed were connected to the spirit world. One day, Samuel came across an old book in a dusty antique shop. The book was bound in black leather and had strange, unreadable symbols attached into the cover. Samuel couldn't resist buying it, and he brought it home to add to his collection. That night, as Samuel sat in his living room reading the book, he began to feel uneasy. The symbols on the cover seemed to glow in the dark, and the pages emitted an eerie, pulsing energy. As he read on, the words seemed to come to life before his eyes. The words whispered secrets to him, secrets he couldn't resist. Samuel was drawn deeper and deeper into the book until he was no longer in control. The book began to consume him, twisting his thoughts and warping his reality. The spirits he had always sought to connect with were now controlling him, using him as a conduit to enter the world of the living. Samuel's friends and family began to notice a change in him. He grew distant and paranoid, always muttering to himself and staring blankly into space. One night, Samuel disappeared into the woods, leaving behind only the cursed book. No one knows what happened to him, but some say that his body was possessed by the spirits he had summoned, and he now roams the woods as a vessel for the dark power. And still, the book remains in the cottage, waiting for its next victim to unlock the secrets within its pages and unleash the terror it holds.